Hey, it's Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. It's Wednesday. The Carolina Panthers are in full preparation mode for the Atlanta Falcons. But as you may know, as you may guess, Deshaun Watson, whether or not the Carolina Panthers will trade for him or not, has been the talk of the town since the loss to the New York Giants on Sunday. So at this point, most of the reports have confirmed that the Carolina Panthers are now out of the race for Deshaun Watson, at least for now. Maybe later on after the season, after more things are known about his case, they will revisit it. But as of right now, for this 2021 season, Sam Darnold remains to be the man for the Carolina Panthers. So I'm going to get a little bit more into that. But first, let me go over some transactions that the Carolina Panthers have made recently. And those three transactions, I'm not going to have them up on the screen, so I will repeat them for you one time. Designated to return safety Justin Burris from IR. Again, that is safety Justin Burris has been designated to return, meaning he has less than 21 days to be placed on the active roster. They have also signed wide receiver Devin Smith. That is wide receiver Devin Smith. They have signed him to the practice squad. And they also have defensive end Austin Larkin, who is actually returning to the Carolina Panthers, but he has been placed on the practice squad as well. All right, now let's go over the injury report. Same thing here. I will not have these up on the screen, but I will repeat these twice so that you'll have a chance to know what I'm talking about. Cornerback C.J. Henderson was limited in practice today with his shoulder. That's cornerback C.J. Henderson limited in practice today with his shoulder. Linebacker Shaq Thompson was limited in practice today with his foot. Now, though he was limited, he looked fine, and coach remains hopeful that he will be available for the Atlanta Falcons game this Sunday. Again, that is Shaq Thompson. He was limited in practice today. Wide receiver Terrace Marshall, he was out with a concussion. Did not practice, I should say. Terrace Marshall did not practice with a concussion. And fullback Giovanni Ricci was limited in practice with a concussion. Fullback Giovanni Ricci was limited in practice today with his concussion. So, all right, as I was talking about earlier, Sam Darnold's been under scrutiny for his performance against the New York Giants, and he really should be, because it's not the first game, not the second game, but the fourth game in which he has struggled quite a bit. P.J. Walker came in to relieve him this Sunday, so I had to ask Coach Rule about practice today, but also asked him about the reps that were taken. He said Sam Darnold did, in fact, take all the reps with the number ones, and P.J. Walker took all the reps with the number twos. Now, one thing that happened today was Coach Rule, you guys asked about the urgency, if he, what is he doing to win, where's the urgency, can he do it? And I said, I don't know if he can, but I feel like he's a guy that's going to try everything. So on Monday, him and Brady spent some time talking about the offense and what they need to do there to get that right. He specifically mentioned that time that he spent with Brady. Well, today he mentioned specifically that he watched film with his quarterback, Sam Darnold, and the film that they specifically watched was the game against the New Orleans Saints. Said he wanted Sam to watch that because he was doing things right back then. Early on in the season, he was doing things right with his mechanics, with his footwork, and he believes that right now Sam has just gotten out of sync. He's rushing things too fast. He's not taking his proper drop backs. Instead of sometimes going 9 yards, he may only go 7 or 8, not really allowing time for routes to mature as they should. His feet, he's getting happy feet again. He's not getting set with his feet, and his mechanics are just off, and hoping that he can watch that film, get him to remember how things used to look when he did things properly, and have things change. No doubt, he says after watching that film and working with Sam so far this season, that Sam Darnold is a capable quarterback, just needs to get them together so that, so that he can get back to his old form. Man, me and all these word myths today. So Sam Darnold also fortunately spoke with the media today, and he did not want to go into detail on exactly how he deals with all the outside noise, all the criticism, and all the benching, other than saying it is something that he deals with, and he internalizes a lot of that as he deals with it. But he said it is tough. It is tough to get benched. It is tough to have to sit out knowing that you're not performing well. And, when asked about the Deshaun Watson and, what does that do for him, he says, he's concerned about himself every day. And he's concerned that he has to do his job. He just focuses on him. And I think that's something that every player at this level has to do. There's so much outside noise. Even inside the locker room, there may be some skeptics on you. And you really always just got to continue to focus on yourself. But he says as far as those mechanics, he does see it. Even in games, he says that he's felt at times that things are just a little too fast and a little too rushed, and he's going to continue to work on that. And what can get him back on track? He said, this team has struggled with third down conversions. This team struggled with scoring touchdowns. So certainly for not only him, but the entire offense, against the Atlanta Falcons this Sunday, if they can just get down the field, have a nice long drive, convert some third downs, score a touchdown, things should be able to help them get back on track if that happens. And that is all that I have for the report today. I want to invite you to, as always, like the video, hit the subscribe button. I was talking to somebody on Twitter today, said, hey, do some reporters not want to ask questions because they feel like they're going to get in trouble or something of that nature? And I said no. So I do want to always continue to encourage you to, if you have a question, I can't guarantee that every single question will make it because I don't even have an unlimited amount of time that I can talk to a coach. But if you give me some questions, I will always look through them all, try to find ones that I feel like I can ask, not worried about getting in trouble, and bring those answers back to you, okay? So please continue to leave those questions in the comments. I'm Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.